Hello everyone, welcome to the new project, same paper collaboration, which I do monthly with Stamp Girl, who is Paige. We do it on the last day of the month, and I'm going to be just a little bit late getting this up on Tuesday, April 30th. So if you remember, this is the paper pad that I picked to use, and every month we do projects with it. So that's the same paper till we use up our paper pad. And I suspect that Paige has finished hers, but I have 18 more sheets. Last month I had 33 sheets left, so I have used 15. And what I decided to do is I had a bunch of composition books, and now these are not these are wide ruled 80 sheets. The ones I did for today were college ruled 100 sheets, and I had 5 of each. So let me show you. They're not decorated yet, but the reason I'm doing these is because Justine Stone every year does she collects altered composition books for Camp Kangaroo. So if you're not familiar with that, I will put a link to Justine's channel down below. She hasn't really officially announced it yet, but she collects them throughout the year, and then around November, I think it is, she takes them to Camp Kangaroo. And then in January, when their program starts for 2020, they give them to the children. It's for children who have lost a family member, and that's from, like, I think it's age 5 up through teenager, or I don't know, 15 or 16, something like that. I can't remember exactly. So Justine, I know she had received some from Connie Barnum and her, I think it's her granddaughter Ava, recently, and she announced in that video that she's going to be putting up the rules again. But you can find the rules, they haven't changed, she said, from last year's. Anyway, so now the paper I had is very tropical oriented, and I tried to do some that would be generic for a boy, or better for a boy, and some better for a girl. But like I said, I have not decorated them, and one of the rules is you're not allowed to have any words on, and they also have to have a pocket or two, and preferably a bookmark. So I have 4 of them done, except for the decorating the front. I decided to leave the black binding on all of them for now. I may cover that over with additional paper yet, I'm not sure. So this one I thought would be good for a boy, and this paper, I have a piece of it left here. I don't know if you can see it. It's very textured, almost like wallpaper is. In fact, cutting it with a trimmer is a little bit tricky. So I just did the covers, and then on the inside, so it takes 1 piece, 2 piece, and then you end up with a little more than this left. And then I had to use a 3rd piece for the inside cover. Here's a pocket, cut off one of the others, and then here's a double-sided bookmark. This one is glued together, and it's sort of a longer one. And then on the back cover, I used some more of that one other piece, and then strips from some of the front and back pieces. And then this is the other bookmark, which I just folded over a piece, and it's white on the inside, so I left it like that so they can write in it if they want to, like put their name or whatever. I do intend to decorate these up a little better, but for purposes of using this paper, 3 sheets per book pretty much, and you end up, like I said, with a little bit left, some more than others for some reason. The next one is tropical, so this will be a little more girly, but it could be generic as well. Now this one I did a corner tuck pocket here, and here's the bookmark. This one's done like that last one. It's just folded over, and then they can write in it. The ribbons I used are all Stampin' Up, and I used them because they're going to be retiring. Now on this one, I had a piece of this other paper left and a bigger piece of the tropical paper, and I decided, instead of cutting it and having it go the wrong way, I decided to do a side tuck pocket on this, and I put 2 bookmarks in there. So I thought that was kind of cool, and you can fit a little bit more something in there than you can in the smaller pocket. So that's that one. And then this one is, of course, more girly. It's got butterflies and flowers. All the papers that I used for the covers are either this textured stuff or a heavyweight with glitter, single-sided. They're all single-sided. So these were also single-sided. Now, a couple of the papers for the insides, like this one, they actually are double-sided, and on that tag I glued it together so the other portion, which looks like, oh, oops, sorry, which looks like, I don't know, I can't find it right now. I may not have any more of that left. Anyway, it's a different, it's not single-sided, and I didn't like the pattern as much. I don't have any more of that one left. I used it all up. Okay. So anyway, yeah, that's that one. And then this one, I had enough of this paper. Actually, what I did on the back of this is I used more of that red stripe. So I used all 3 sheets of the red stripe. That's why I have such a big piece left of this. I used that on the middle. This was single-sided. I showed you that already. And then in the back, I used a piece of the stripe and 2 pieces of the floral, and then I did the similar thing, but I did glue the top together. This is well, the red is textured, and this one is smoother if they want to write on it. So you can turn that around either way. Okay, and so that one is a little more girly, and I will probably put some flowers and butterflies on this to decorate it, and some lace. And then the 4th one, my intent on this one is to put a dream catcher. I have a dream catcher die right in the middle here. Not allowed any words, and I wasn't sure a dream catcher might not be okay, but I think teenagers, these are all more geared towards the older children. I think teenagers like dream catchers. A lot of them do anyway. So, and this is a reversible tag also. It's actually just 1 sheet of paper. This is the back. Okay, so this is not a single-sided paper, but I decided that it would be a good one for a teenager. And then here, I didn't have as much of that left, so now this one, I glued 2 pieces together. I used a satiny ribbon, and I made it more of a tuck spot in the back here. So that's that one. And this last one, I'm not actually finished the inside yet, but this is the cover, front and back. And this also was a double-sided paper. It had flowers on it though, and I didn't want that because I thought this would be okay for a guy. And what I'm going to use on the inside is this, which is also double-sided, flowery. It's the last sheet I have of this, but this will be the inside with pockets from this somehow, probably side tucks on this one as well. So those are my 5 books. I'm going to be working throughout this week to decorate them. And I'm going to do the other 5 as well, these 5. But these I'm going to be using some Stampin' Up papers that are more geared towards smaller children. For example, I'm thinking I'm going to use the Sweetest Thing. I think it's called. It has gummy bears and gumball machines and stuff on it, and also the Twinkle Twinkle papers. And so, if you'd like to see how to do those, come see my live tonight, because that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be working on these with those papers I just mentioned. So that's it for now. I hope you enjoyed that. Again, I used 15, well, I will have used 15 sheets once I get this one finished, which I'm going to do right after this video is filmed. And what I have left of this, other than the 18 sheets remaining, are some of these scraps here, which I'll probably use in decorating the fronts for some of them. And some thin strips, which I don't know what I'll ever do with. And this is what was left from before this week. Also lots of thin strips and things. So yeah, I'll probably, you know, I might try and make some hidden paper clips and stuff with some of these that are textured left over. So we'll see. That might be a project for a different day. But I am going to finish up those, and I'll take pictures once they're done, and or maybe do another video to show you the decorated version. So I apologize to Paige for not having them all the way done, but that's where I'm at with that project. And I did count, and I do have, sadly, I have 18 sheets left. Yes, 18 sheets left. I wrote it down, and I have an idea for most of it anyway, especially this paper and actually in this paper, but there's a flamingo one in here. Whew. I might use this to decorate this. I might cut off some flamingos and use that to decorate this. I think that would look really cool. So that's kind of where I'm headed with that. So I may end up using one more sheet of paper or two, one or two out of here. I have a couple of these tropical. Most of what I have left, except for these, well, that's not true. These are, these glittery ones are single-sided. I didn't use any of that. These are pearlized, single-sided. I have three, a couple of them, two of the butterflies. Still have quite a bit. Yay. But then these back here, I don't have too many double-sided left. I have this butterfly one, and I have this, this one, and then the rest of these are all single-sided. So yeah, I still have a lot of single-sided, so I may be doing some other projects that can use single-sided. Yeah. Okay, guys, that's all for now. I gotta get going so I can get my video up, and I hope you'll come up. First of all, go over and see what Paige made. I think, like I said, I think she might be done her paper pad, but don't hold me to that, because I think she mentioned last month that she might be done this time, in which case I'm totally jealous. Because I am getting tired of using this paper pad, I'll be honest. But I am intent on finishing it now because I'm kind of tired of it. I don't ever want to see it again after. No, it's not true. I shouldn't say it that way. But, you know, you get tired of using the same thing. Anyway, all right, guys. I'll talk to you soon. Come back and check us out on May 31st for this collab, new project, same paper. And also come back on the 15th of next month and see what we make as far as craft our paper stash cards, okay? Talk to you soon. Hugs, love, and peace.